We went to Hearst and we took the car completely apart. I say we, my wife and I. That's all there was. There was not even a helper. Took it completely apart, laid it out on the ground. They photographed, it was the famous picture, me by all the parts, put it back together and drove out to Great Meadows the next day on Saturday. And no warm up, nothing. And I was just sitting there on the tire of the car, and this kid come up and he said, "When you gonna go 200, Big Daddy?" I said, "Right now." And I put the helmet on and told my wife, we'll push into the starting line, and went up on 201.34, 7.78 seconds. August the 1st, 1964. That's all kind of ties in. It'd be nice if I could be the first over 200 in an electric car, but I've been dragging my feet. It's been a long time. We thought we would have done it long before now. You know, I've been around since the beginning of drag racing when it started back in 1950 here in Florida, and Holley's been around the automobile since it nearly started way back in the early 1900s. And you know, we used the Holley carburetors on our early Ford engines. They were called Chandler Groves, that later became part of Holley. And then of course in Holley built those tremendous 4-barrel carburetors that just dominated the sport for years and years. In fact, one I think was called the Dominator. So, and it's so neat that now here, as we go into the future, no one really knows what the future is going to be, but we got a pretty good idea that a lot of it's going to go electric because it's so clean and it can be controlled. That's the whole idea of the thing. There was an internal combustion engine, as much as we love them, is great the moment it rolls out of the factory, but 50,000 miles later, it ain't so clean. But it still runs good, so you cannot expect the person that bought it to throw it away and get a new one. That doesn't hold true for electricity, because electricity is generated at a plant that's completely controlled how it's made. The scrubbers, everything is done. It always is the same. And the electric vehicle is always the same. There may be some little minor things, but nothing like comes out of an internal combustion engine. So for the future of the cities, they are going to have to go electric. And people will go in and park, and there'll be charging stations everywhere. I saw it in England. I mean, I'm not dreaming this up. You walk down the streets of London and the parking meters got charging stations. So it's coming. And it's so neat to see Holley from the beginning of the sport. Right now, they're leading the charge into the future. And I like it because I've always been an innovator. I come up, you know, you can look at my museum, you can see all the stuff that I came up with. It's a perfect fit, I think. And I'm just having so much fun. And that's the whole key to life, you know, philosophically speaking. As long as you're having fun, you're in good shape. And the day that you stop having fun and you don't really care about getting up in the morning, it's all over. You know, one of the famous questions that I'm always asked is, how's the electric vehicle going to fit into drag racing? How can it possibly eliminate all these fantastic engines that they have? Well, the answer to that is they're not. If anything happens to nitromethane and top fuel and funny cars, it'll be because of itself. It won't be because of some electric dragster. It'll be either gets too expensive or Homeland Security does something about the fuel. We don't know what the future is in that. But I look at this as an alternative. This is a vehicle that can be used, and I think it will be inexpensive to operate once we get all the bugs worked out of it and the batteries and everything perfected. Anybody would be able to have one of these, and it won't be that much to maintain, and they'll be able to race it anywhere, even in a downtown area. It will not make noise, just like the sports cars that have the electric sports cars. That's what I see for it. Now, in the way distant future, who knows? Maybe the drag racing will be all electric, who knows? But for the time being, it's a viable alternative. You know, I see the younger generation as being very interested in this because this is a green thing. And so the younger generation, and I applaud them for that, they're thinking green. And of course, they got a long way to go. But I mean, just to have that thought in their mind is good. And this will go right along with, this will complement what they're trying to do. And I get a lot of letters and nice thank yous for doing this for that reason. Innovation comes from being able to see the future. My father was able to do that. He told me things when I was a kid I couldn't believe, and that's what causes innovation. In other words, you're looking at something right now, but what will it be in the future? What will it take to change it to be in the future?
How are you?